Hi, I'm Hande the dietitian, and welcome to Healthy Made Simple, where I show you how to make healthy eating simple. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a high-protein root beer float. Now, I'll be honest, root beer floats are not something that I have on a regular basis, mainly because it consists of having a soda with an ice cream product. And even for a treat, it's a bit too much sugar for me, but I do enjoy the taste of it. It reminds me of my childhood. Growing up, for some reason, we would always have root beer floats for special occasions at school, and I really like the taste of it. So lately, when I saw that there was a trend going around where people were adding creamers to soda products to create kind of a soda with a milky, creamy consistency, at first that sounded a little bit strange to me. That concept of adding creamer to most sodas does sound a little odd for me personally, but I thought, hey, this kind of reminds me of a root beer float, which is essentially what it is. It's a soda with a milky, creamy product. And I thought, how can we make this a healthier alternative so when you do want a treat, you can still do that, but not go overboard on sugar and actually have some benefits from it, such as making it high protein. So that's how I ended up here with this video. Now for this, I just need two products. I have a protein shake and root beer. For my protein shake, I'm going to be using this Premier Protein. I really like these because they're convenient. They're already pre-mixed, ready to go. So when you're on the go, these are really nice. The one downside is that they are pricey. So if you do have your own protein powder at home, vanilla flavor is what you're going for. So if you have something vanilla flavored at home and you want to mix it yourself, go for it. But if you're actually going to go out and buy this to make it, this one works really well. And I like that it's only 160 calories, 30 grams of protein, and only 1 gram of sugar. And it tastes pretty good. It's pretty good just on its own too, even without the root beer. But that's what I'm going to be using for my protein component of this and the creamer component. And then for my soda, I'm going to be going with a 0 sugar root beer. Now, I know there's a lot of controversy regarding what's better. Is it better to have the real thing with all the sugar? Is it better to have the diet or the 0 sugar version that has the artificial sweeteners? And I don't think there's one right answer for this. I think it really depends on the whole picture, your whole situation. You know, if you have prediabetes or diabetes and you need to be mindful of your sugar spikes, then of course a diet or a 0 sugar option is better for your health. If you don't, but you're still trying to be mindful of it, for me, it comes down to the level of consumption and how your body reacts to it as well too. From my personal standpoint, anytime I have a diet or a zero sugar product, it tends to give me headaches, which I don't enjoy. So if I am going to drink soda, which is on very rare occasions, I would have the regular version of the soda. Now, with this one specifically, I find that it doesn't give me that headache that I typically get when I drink a Diet Coke, for example. And I looked at the nutrition label of a regular, one of those mini root beers, and it had 27 grams of sugar. And considering that this is something that I'm probably going to be doing pretty rarely, it's not something I'm having on a regular basis every week, and the amount of artificial sweeteners that I'd be consuming from the diet or 0 sugar version is going to be pretty minimal in the grand scheme of things, whereas that blood sugar spike, I'm really trying to avoid right now. I'm trying to be mindful of my blood sugars. For me, when I look at that whole picture, this works better for me. Plus, I like that, I'm not getting 28 grams of sugar between these two. It's just the 1 gram of sugar that's coming from this because this is 0 calories, 0 sugar. So hope that gives you an idea of my thought process behind picking a diet or a 0 sugar product for the soda component of this. All right, I'm going to grab a cup of ice so I can show you what it's going to look like once I mix these two together, and I promise you it's going to taste like a root beer float. All righty, let's go. Alrighty, I got my cup of ice right here, and I'm going to start by pouring in my soda. And anytime you're pouring a carbonated beverage like this, one of my top tips I can give you is pour it so that it bubbles up as much as possible. Now you're going to think that's strange. Most people try to avoid all these bubbles that happen. They try to pour it at like an angle to avoid all the bubbles coming up. But if you were to think about it, you see all this gas that's being released right now? If I was careful with how I was pouring this in and I didn't let all of that gas release, guess where that gas is going once you drink this? It's going straight into your stomach. So that gas will eventually expand in your stomach, causing bloating, and then it may cause gassiness later on as it goes through your digestive tract and can cause discomfort. So anytime you're having carbonated beverages, do what I did, pour it pretty rapidly so that it does bubble up like this and release a lot of that gas. Trust me, there's plenty of carbonation in here for you to still have that carbonation kind of texture and taste and consistency, but you don't need all of this extra gas going into your digestive tract. So I'm going with about half of this to be root beer before I add in my protein shake. And anytime I'm doing soda, I like to do as much ice as possible. It helps dilute the soda. It helps to hydrate you at the same time. So doing more ice and less soda is always a good thing. I know it's probably not like cost efficient. People try to go for less ice when they're out so that they can get more bang for their buck. But for your health purposes, do a lot of ice. It'll help hydrate you at the same time while you're drinking a sugary beverage. All right, and then next I'm gonna add in my protein shake like that. And I'm going for about a 50-50. You can see I didn't use anywhere near all of this soda that I have, and I like the bottles for this purpose so that I can save the rest for later. And I ended up using maybe close to about a half of this too. So if I wanted to go for round 2 to use up all 30 grams of protein in here, we could do that, or you can just finish this off and just drink it. But there we go. I'm going to give that a mix around like this. And the taste really reminds me of, when you have the root beer float and towards the end, your ice cream has all melted already and you just have, the melted ice cream mixed with the soda. That's exactly what this tastes like. That is so good. Seriously reminds me of a root beer float. So if you're looking for a treat like this, if you think of root beer floats and that brings you nice, warm, fuzzy feelings and that's a treat that you enjoy doing, try doing something like this so that you still get that protein from the shake. You're not getting a lot of sugar because you're doing a diet soda, and it kind of helps satisfy that sweet tooth while still being a decent treat at the same time, thanks to all that protein we're getting. Thank you so much for watching this video and for following Healthy Made Simple. If you haven't already done so, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more videos like this where I keep showing you how to make healthy eating simple and easy at home. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.